Hello, good evening, happy Friday. I am not in the closet tonight. Wanted to talk a little bit, starting to feel a little bit better, so took a bath a little while ago, getting ready to go to bed. But I want to talk a little bit about art, my favorite subject. What is art? Art is something that is produced out of passion. And since I'm a self-taught artist, there's a really weird line between people who have studied technique for a long time and they are masters at their craft. And I can totally appreciate that. I have great respect for that. However, I am on the opposite end of the spectrum. But I still sell. I've sold hundreds of pieces of my artwork. So, you can't put down or belittle somebody who is self-taught, is my belief. Because when you're self-taught, you master your own technique, and so does that make you any less of an artist than in comparison to somebody who has gone to classes and studied under people and gone to art schools and whatnot. I had the opportunity to go to an amazing art college, but I chose not to because I didn't want to learn how to paint like somebody else. I wanted to paint like me. And so it's been a process. I don't really fall under any category. I did have somebody diagnose my art, and it is pop folk with a touch of naive. So that's my category. I don't know. I was in the tub and thinking about this stuff earlier and feeling a little bit better. So, just wanted to throw it out there to anybody who is self-taught and questioning themselves. Just keep going for it and not worry about... Why did it pause? I had a little glitch there. Sorry. Not worry about, really anything. If you're truly an artist, then you create for you. I don't know. I work in a gallery and I kind of study what goes on, and you can't ever predict what's going to happen or who's going to connect with what piece, and it's funny because you can't make somebody buy art. When you work in retail, whether it be working in clothing or working in makeup, cosmetics, you don't ever want to railroad somebody into buying something. But, people try things on, you give them a compliment because you truly mean it, and they'll buy it 9 times out of 10. Because, if you're being honest and they truly, they're kind of questioning it, but, you're like, hey, it looks good on you, if the fit is nice, whatever, or the eyeshadow's really pretty on you, they're likely to buy it. But you can't do that with art. You don't know what their house looks like. They walk in and, and so there's really a connection that has to happen. So it's a really, you've probably heard that, if something speaks to you, well, that's truly the case, it has to speak to you. And you never know what is going to speak to somebody. Whether that be the very technical artist who, knows what brush makes a certain effect, or, what colors you can mix from the primary colors, the entire scale. Self-taught artists might not know these things, but they still create something that might speak to somebody, So, I don't know. I was just noodling on this earlier and felt like talking about art tonight, since that's what I love, and I'm tired of my closet at the moment. And since I'm feeling a little bit better, I think I'm going to venture down to my studio tomorrow and fire up the old paintbrush. I paint music because that's what I love. That's what inspires me. I have a great appreciation for musicians. I often get asked if I am one. I am not. I am sheerly an appreciator. I did at one point own a Jimi Hendrix reissue Strat and a Fender amp. Super loved them. But I'm a lefty, and I was trying to learn, and at least with this guitar, it was so complicated. It was already strung backwards, and I had the string tree reversed, and it just, I don't know, my wires did not comprehend that. So I tried, which makes me appreciate it even more. But I do like to paint, whether it be song titles that inspire me, songs themselves, the scene, the venue, the instruments. So anyways, I'm going to take you down to my studio tomorrow and see what comes out of me. Usually I play a little music, and I don't have a preconceived notion as to what I'm going to paint before I paint, so it's kind of a surprise for everybody. So this should be fun. Music in the background is Joe Vickers. I do have permission to use it. And I hope you all have a great evening. Like I said, happy Friday. That's about it. Just wanted to, fire up anybody who's not feeling sure about themselves, because it is a very personal thing. Somebody might walk along and look at a piece of artwork and go, oh, my cousin can do that or whatever, but are they? That's nice. That's not a compliment to any artist, but I don't want it to be discouraging to somebody who hears that, because you don't want anybody to ever stifle your passion or your talent. I've taught art. I've had people, whether it be children or adults, say, oh, I can't do it, or look at my art and go, oh, I could never do that. And then follow step by step the process, and then they wow themselves, and they're like, oh, and that's a magical moment. You have to just try, and that's basically the main thing. You have to just do it. I have a lot of old school masters that I'm inspired by. I love Degas, I love Matisse, I love Van Gogh, but I don't necessarily want to paint like them or copy their work. You can take all that in and incorporate it somehow, in your brain, but translate it in your style on the canvas. So anyways, that's it. I hope you have a great evening. Ciao.